Before trial. First is arrest. Bruce was walking around the city of Boston when an officer stops him. He asks the officer what he can do for him. The officer asks Bruce for his name. The officer then exclaims he has a warrant for Bruce's arrest and asks him to put his hands behind his back. Bruce asks what the warrant was for. The officer tells him he is wanted for a hit and run from a week earlier. Bruce then complies and the officer reads him his Miranda rights. The officer tells him the car found from the hit and run was under Bruce's name. The next step is booking. Bruce is then brought into the station to be processed. They take his fingerprints, his name and date of birth, and take his photograph or mugshot. They put the arrest into the police database and toss Bruce into a holding cell. He has just been booked. Next is the initial appearance. Bruce goes in front of a judge. The judge tells Bruce his rights and what his charges are. Bruce is given an attorney or lawyer. The judge then decides that Bruce can be released on bail. Next is the bail hearing. Bruce has been told he can be released on bail. Bail is money the court holds to make sure the accused returns to court. His bail will be set at $3,000. Bruce was able to post bail, and his court date was set for January 27, 2019, exactly 3 months after his arrest. Next is the preliminary hearing or the grand jury indictment. The preliminary hearing is a meeting to decide if there is enough evidence for Bruce to go to trial. They go over the charges based on the information gathered during his initial investigation. A grand jury indictment is when a jury can decide the outcome of the case. Next. Arraignment and pleas. Bruce is now in court to enter his plea. He is told he can plead guilty and get a date to be sentenced, or he can plead not guilty and get a date for trial. Bruce pleads not guilty and is told his court date will be February 20th. Trial. Bruce is now in court trying to prove his innocence, while the jury must prove he is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.